Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. So I'm going to show you how I make chicken chimichangas with Mexican rice and a bit of salad. These are all the ingredients that I have already. So I've got my chicken, veggies, everything all set. Now I'm going to heat the pan. And then I'm going to add some olive oil when the pan is a little bit hot. Next, I'm going to fry the chicken breasts, and I just cut it into pieces, just medium sizes. And just keep checking on the chicken and let it cook properly. And once that's all done, it's still cooking, so we should allow a couple of minutes to 5-10 minutes to cook. While I'm doing that, I'm going to cut some onions. I'm going to dice up one onion. So I'm getting the kettle ready because I'm going to use it for the rice. So I'm just filling up the kettle. You won't need a lot of water because I've got rice already made as well. So I'll turn it on when I need it. And I've got 2 green chilies that I'm going to slice up that I need for the rice. So I'm prepping the ingredients all for the Mexican rice. This is my first time making Mexican rice, so I hope it tastes good. So I'm also getting the pan ready for the rice. So just like an egg frying pan will do. I don't have a lot of rice, so I've heated the pan and I've added the oil. I'm just checking on the chicken. Make sure it's all cooked through. So I'm adding the diced onions for the rice. Just add it all in. And all of the chilies. I don't really like to touch the chilies, so I use the knife. If you don't want chili on your fingers, that's what I tend to do. And just give it a good stir. And then I'm going to add the salt. So it's depending on how much rice you have, I up the salt. So I like to use 1 spoon, but not like a full spoon. So just 1 spoon for now. And just give it a good stir. And I'm going to let the onions cook with the green chilies for a while. While that's cooking, I'm just peeling off the skin. I've got a few pieces of garlic with me, so probably about 3 to 4 garlic. And just give it a good wash. And then I'm going to mince the garlic as well because I want to. I'm following a recipe from Pinterest, so I'll link it below for you guys, and you can see the recipe I'm following. And make sure all of the garlic is properly out. So I'm just checking up on the onion and checking if it's cooked through and it's translucent. And now I'm going to add the garlic just putting the heat down a bit. It's an old-fashioned cooker, so I don't know the levels of it. Yeah, I just have to turn it down on that, just based on the gas. The more you use it, the more you know. And I'm gonna add the diced up ready peppers. I've got I already had like frozen peppers in the fridge, in the freezer, so I just diced it up. What I did was I soaked it in hot water and then I just diced it up, ready to be going in. So just giving that a good stir. And now I'm going to add the chicken stock, which is a halal chicken stock cube, which adds really nice flavor. And then I'm just gonna mix it all together. So I would recommend adding a less salt because chicken stock tends to have a lot of salt in it. So just give it a good stir and make sure it's all melted properly. So in the ingredients it says to use water and put the stock cube in a jar, but I just added the stock cube and I just added the bit of kettle water. If you're using uncooked rice, then you're going to need a lot of water because you need the rice to cook. But because I've already got ready-made rice cooked already, I just added a little bit of water just so that the flavors all mix together well. And then I'm going to add cumin, which is zira in Bengali. These are the powders that you're going to have already in your spice cupboard if you're Bengali household. And then I'm going to add a bit of tomato puree. It says to add chopped tomatoes, but I just had tomato puree, so I'm just using what I have. And just give it a good stir. Look at that. It looks so good. I love the smell. So I'm going to let it cook through a little bit more. And next I'm going to add the already made rice already in a calendar. So I'm going to just break it all up. So make sure it cooks through properly. So this is a good hack if you don't know what to do with rice. You can even make this as a packed lunch as well. I use green chilies in it instead of jalapenos because I didn't have any jalapenos and I forgot to get it. So you can use green chilies. Now just make sure the rice is properly covered and make sure there's no areas of white rice left over. Just now put your wooden spoon and then cover it up with the lid. Let that cook for a little bit on a slow gas. And I'm going to chop up some coriander. I'm going to chop up some coriander or cilantro as you call it. I like the name cilantro. But yeah, I'm going to chop it up finely with my sharp knife. Just be careful with your fingers. I like to be quick and fast. And just give it a good dice through. I'm just going to keep it to one side. Next up, I'm going to cut some onions for the chicken, that I'm going to make as well. The filling. So I'm going to make for the chicken that I made for the filling. Yes, I'm going to dice it as well. Now I've got the chicken breast, and I'm just gonna take it all out of the pot because I need to shred the chicken. I'm using 2 forks, so it'll be a lot quicker. Next up, I am going to add the coriander to the rice because the rice is done. Didn't take too long to cook that. It's quick and easy. And I'm just gonna give it a good stir, and then I'm going to add more coriander. So if you love garnishing with coriander, you can add more if you want, just however you like it really. So I'm going to leave it to one side while I cook the chicken. So now I've already cleaned the pot and I'm adding some oil, heat up the pan, and adding the diced onions. And just giving it a good stir. Add 1.5 salt. Yeah, I just used 1.5 salt because there's not much chicken. Just 1 piece of chicken that I used. That would feed enough to like 2 to 3 people. I'm going to cut some lime that I'm going to need for the chicken filling, and then I'm going to keep some for the salad as well that I'm going to make. So I've got some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to just dice them up. I'm just gonna add I put the tomatoes in a little bowl, and I'm gonna add some of the coriander, a little bit of coriander, just to have as a salad. And then I'm gonna cut some of the lime, and I'm just gonna keep it as a garnish. So I'm gonna put it alongside with the salad as well. So I'm just going to check up on the onions. And then I'm going to add some black pepper, some ground black pepper, and just analyze how much you want. So now I'm adding paprika, 1 spoon, and chili powder. And now give it a good stir. Make sure it's all covered properly. And next I'm adding cumin, which is zira. And I'm adding a bit more of the cumin as well. So as you can see, the color looks really, really good. And I'm adding the shredded chicken. Make sure it's covered really, really well and coated really well, and just give it, you don't need to cook it for that long, just for about a few minutes. And I'm adding a bit of oil because it was too dry, and just giving it a good stir as well. And I put the flame down, the gas flame, because you don't want to burn the chicken. And then you might have to use the wooden spoon and just really good cover, mix it, stir it properly, and then cover it up. And now you can see it's all done, really quick and easy. So I'm going to pop it in a bowl straight from the pan. I'm going to use mozzarella and I think it's cheddar cheese that I've just had some left. In the ingredients, it's got American cheese, so you want to use mozzarella that you can melt while it's still hot, and you just add as much cheese as you want. So I'm just going to cut up some mozzarella cheese and just break it with my hand. And at this point, it was meant to melt, but I don't know why it didn't melt. So it doesn't matter, I'm going to cook it anyway. And just give it a good mix. So I've got another frying pan that I've got ready, and I've got my filling, and I'm just going to squeeze some lime juice. Just half a lime juice is fine. And I've got my tortilla ready, and I've got the filling. So add a little bit of that spoon. I've got 8 tortillas, so this should be enough. And I've got refried beans, Just 1 spoon is enough. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit more, so however much you want should be enough. And just pat it down with 2 spoons and just wrap it up neatly. But make sure it's folded properly because you're gonna cook this. And then I'm just gonna do 7 more of these tortilla rolls that I have and make it into a wrap. Here's a speed up version of me making all the wraps. And this is great for like taking it for a packed lunch as well. So I had so much left over. One of these is just enough, so it's quite filling. So you should take it for lunch maybe if you like those. So I've got my pan, just heating up the pan, and you can use a grill pan because you're gonna need a lot of oil because you need to fry it a little bit. So I'm just gonna shallow fry it, just making sure the oil is evenly coated, and just place them. So I have 4. I'm gonna put like 4 in the pan. Should fit 4 if you've got a pan that size. And we're gonna cook them until it's nice and like brown. I was hoping this would like seal the tortilla wraps, but I didn't do anything. I'm just gonna check the side as well. It cooks quite quickly, so I'll put the gas flame down. And I'm gonna use a spoon and a spatula to turn it over because you don't want to burn your hand. But you can see that it's nice and crispy. It looks really, really good. So I'm just turning it to cook the other side, just until it's like nice and crispy. So once they're all done, just pop it in a bowl. And then I've got 4 more that I'm gonna do. And again, the same thing basically. So you can see it's nice and brown. So I've got my plate ready. I've already added the salad and the lime, and then I've got a bit of garnish of coriander, cilantro on top. I've got ready-made sour cream and also red salsa. You can have guacamole, whatever sauce you want. I do like guacamole, and I forgot to get guacamole because I love avocado sauce, but this should be fine. I was looking for the salsa verde that they do, the one it's like green, but they don't have it anywhere in Tesco, so I just used red salsa. Anyways, I'm just gonna add the rice on the side. This all looks really, really good. Nice, so nice and vibrant. Love the color that's going on. So I'm going to give it a go and see how it is. I've never made Mexican rice, so let's see how this tastes. And I hope it's not too spicy. It was just right. I added 2 chilies, so if you don't want it to be too spicy, 2 chilies is enough. If you want it to be more spicy, add more red chili powder and add more chilies if you want to, if you like it really, really spicy. But jalapeno should be enough. And here's the chicken wrap that I'm trying for the first time as well. This is my first time making chimichangas, so it doesn't look quite like the picture because I feel like the wraps were quite big. It still tasted really, really good, and I'm just going to enjoy it with my Netflix and just chill on a Saturday definitely will be making this again. So let me know if you try it and if you would recommend making this. So yeah, comment down below what you think, and if you followed my recipe, let me know. Thank you so much. Until the next video, take care. Bye.